Hello students and friends. Today in this homeopathic materia medica, I will discuss about Thuja. Before start, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon for more update. We need support from you to make this channel more beautiful. Thuja. Psychotic physical predispositions. The idiosyncrasy Thuja corresponds to the homonymous homeopathic drug and plant. It's a small kind of cypress tree with leaves that have vertical arrangement. Miasmatically, Thuja is a strange combination of strong psychotic physical characteristics and predispositions, while psychologically she is intensely psoric. Her physical predispositions are similar to medorinum, asthma, allergies, hypertrophic tissue states, warts, condyloma, etc. Warts and condylomata are very characteristic of Thuja. Very often we find a past history of cauterization of condylomata and warts. Other psychotic physical situations are fibromyoma, nodes, hypertrophic tonsils, several hypertrophic states, hyperfunction and hypersecretion, greasy skin, offensive sweat, persisting acne. Her skin is greasy and tends to look dirty although she may wash herself frequently. The same thing is also true for her hair. She washes them and keeps combing them, but still they look dirty and uncombed. She tends to develop persisting acne. If you come up with a shy girl with lack of self-confidence and persisting acne, then think of Thuja. She sweats a lot and her perspiration is offensive. Thuja affects predominantly females and most often girls at puberty, shy teenagers, full of acne, with intense lack of self-confidence and tendency to feel guilty all the times. She has an aversion to onion and garlic. Not that it causes symptoms to her stomach, it's an aversion that has to do with taste. Often, she sleeps on her abdomen and loves the sea just like psychotic medorinum. Groundless lack of self-confidence. The key to Thuja, the essence, is her groundless lack of self-confidence. Grade 3. But you should always be very careful because even a platina can declare that she has lack of self-confidence. Yes, even platina. How can this happen? She has been so confident and considers herself as the goddess of beauty. And then suddenly she gained 5 kilos. She feels so ugly and fat and declares lack of self-confidence. But this isn't lack of self-confidence. This is indeed self-confidence. Grade 3, and this is platina. You should never prescribe according to what the patient says he is. You should always prescribe according to what he is. You should always prescribe according to the genotype/primary behavior and not according to the phenotype/secondary behavior. Well, Thuja's genotype and primary behavior is lack of self-confidence. Grade 3. And I say this because although she usually does well and has skills and achievements, she never believes in herself. Her mother tells you, what is wrong with her, doctor? She has excellent grades and she does very well on her tests, yet, every time she keeps saying that she won't do well. Nevertheless, every time she gets high grades, and even then she can't believe that she did so well. Thuja believes that when it comes to cleverness and skills her IQ is far below the average, that she isn't of any worth. She may have earned herself diplomas and praises, she may be beautiful and have achieved many things, yet, she feels that she isn't worth it, that she is stupid, ugly, good for nothing, worthless, a piece of trash. She has that constant feeling and belief that she doesn't do things right, that she will fail to meet the average score. She may be beautiful, and despite that she says to herself, I am so ugly. My hands are ugly, my face is ugly, my nose is very large, etc. There are a couple idiosyncrasies that could say such a thing, that feel as if ugly but yet not so strongly. For example, Valeriana, although thinks a lot of herself, she may say such a thing to herself because she doesn't want her image to others to be spoiled. To be precise, Valeriana thinks that she is beautiful and worthy, even more than the average, but still has this internal hidden insecure. On the contrary, Thuja believes what she says. Furthermore, Thuja is very introvert, and it's a very difficult thing for her to tell you such a thing face to face. At times a young girl comes to my office, and due to non-verbal characteristics I sense that she is a Thuja person, and I ask her straight away, do you often feel that you are worthless? That you are a piece of trash? Then she jumps up from her seat astonished and says, how did you get it, doctor? I've never said it to anyone, not even to my mother or to my husband, although this is what's bothering me all my life. And this is true in spite the fact that she is quite good looking, educated, and perhaps a successful lawyer. Isn't homeopathy great? Isn't it magic? Isn't it amazing to be able to read others' mind and soul? Moreover, isn't it wonderful to be able to help people with natural and harmless energy medicines? To be able to balance deep-rooted idiosyncratic tendencies that have tortured your patient for years and years, all his life. You see, homeopathy is indeed such a wonderful cure if, of course, someone has mastered it and applies it according to universal laws. Unfounded guilt. It's not only that she has that terrible baseless lack of self-confidence. She also has an unfounded guilt about all things. She is the one to blame for what happened to her mom, dad, brother, friend, etc. She thinks that she is responsible for what happened to others, or that she is to blame also. Her guilt is unfounded, baseless, and groundless, as is her lack of self-confidence, yet she just can't help believing it. The latter originates from her ungrounded lack of self-confidence and from the belief that she doesn't do anything right. Let me give you an example. There's this mother that constantly believes that she isn't a good mother, that she doesn't succeed in raising her children right, that she does all things the wrong way, that she is worthless and stupid although she does well. She feels guilty about it, and she is self-tortured. She is a Thuja subject. You have to be very careful, because natrum muriaticum could have such guilt, but in a very lower degree and for different reasons. The latter is so cynic and responsible and strict to herself, and wants so much to do her duty, that she ends up easily feeling guilty that she neglected to do as expected from her. Aurum metallicum also is very demanding from herself, and if she fails, then she feels great disappointment and despair, and may commit suicide. But, when it comes to Thuja, she feels guilty because she considers herself below the average cleverness, and that is the reason why she believes that she keeps failing although she doesn't. Fear of heights and feeling as if being judged all the time. She has fear of heights grade 2. This is not a fixed idea as in the case of argentum nitricum. She also has a very characteristic and peculiar sensation, a vague feeling that she is being judged all the time even if she is alone, that even when alone she doesn't have any privacy, as if walls are transparent and she is being exposed to others, as if an eye keeps watching her all the time in the sense of judgment. It's not a delirium or an insane idea. It's not the insane idea of Hyoscyamus that he is being watched and that he is in danger. It's not a metaphysical fear, let's say for ghosts like in the case of Calcarea Carbonica. Thuja feels as if others keep an eye on her all the time with tendency to judge her. Let me give you an example in order to get the idea and the feeling. She works in a room with many other colleagues and she has that constant feeling that her boss or even her colleagues keep an eye on her and judge her regarding her abilities. She keeps thinking that they notice her lack of abilities and that they judge her. She may even feel this even if she is working in her own private office. Introversion. She is very introvert because she has that great lack of self-confidence. Thus, she can easily be misinterpreted as a timid gelsemium, aceric, lycopodium, sulfur, or natrum muriaticum. But, lycopodium, sulfur, and natrum muriaticum don't have any lack of self-confidence. In fact, lycopodium and sulfur think a lot of themselves. Thuja, like gelsemium, isn't a frequent idiosyncrasy. You can see this idiosyncrasy in a shy girl, teenager, or college student that has been greatly repressed by dominant parents. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and share this video. Have a nice day.